Okay. So we are up and running. Can I start the John? Okay, that's good and going. Let me fix chat. L's in the jet. I gotta ping the Discord. Maybe I'll wait till the ping the Discord a little bit. What up, Kamado? How you doing on this blessed day? We're still just getting stuff set up, as always. Cookie muffin, cookie muffin. Bro is streaming. Yeah, I just woke up early, so I was like, fuck it, let's rip it. Plus, I'm doing this ad read, John, today, and I know sometimes when you do them, it will put you on the front page. So I want it to be early and prepared in case it does. So I can do that, bros. But it's like Twitch gives stuff out to partners. We just gotta watch a video talk about this new movie that's coming out. Oh yeah, it shows on the channel. That's really funny. Making $3. Bow, 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 bow. Includes paid promotion. We made it, baby. Common W. Calc simulation. Yeah. Money is money. Exactly. Yeah, let me, I think what I have to do for this is, let's go over here. I believe I could have watched this trailer. There might be something I have to read as well. First time's the charm. Watch the trailer, and then I'll read this thing in my head. Bro! Come on, you're nuts, buddy. Okay. And it's not playing. Beautiful. Okay, let's do a little watch-a-roni. What's Jason Statham about to say?
Shelter, I play Michael Mason, a man hiding from his past, who must come out of the
Fork
shadows
knife.
when he finds something worth standing ground for, to have a chance, a redemption. Now it's your turn to take on the threats.
It's so odd how popular Fortnite is now. It's pretty sick that movies are having their own collab with stuff.
It's up to you to become the shelter.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's this
In my upcoming film,
let's watch it again. No. Yeah, but there's this movie going on. They're doing this Fortnite skin, Jason Statham. You like action movies, you'll probably like it. And yeah. Little bit of ad read, and if you want any more information on it, I believe the channel skin is showing right now, so you can click over to that. But yeah, shout outs to the homie Mr. Jason. Jason Statham personally gave me the sponsorship. Yeah. Bro, I can't wait for the person who reviews the ad read to come in here and then be like, oh, I wonder what chat was saying as we read these messages. Hey, fucking. No. Hey, nobody is a monolith. Who raised Christian. We love we could love a couple dollars, a little doll hairs. Yeah, but we basically have to, we're going to continue doing the do, as it were, because that's all we kind of do, you know? We have, we finished one fight yesterday. The only reason we're not immediately running this fight is for the fact that we would need to spend a scale. I'm maybe interested in doing this a rain fight. I think this fight might be interesting to go. Yeah, because we can basically jump around to everything at this point, especially now that we know we're not ripping that fight right away. It really just, like, if we end up being like, okay, we're going to spend this on Absol. It's this weird holding pattern where I want to spend my scales. I want to know what I'm doing for the Elite Four, but I also have to do all the fights to get there. I'm hoping we can just lead this with, like, Volt Switch KO and call it a day. I don't think we have enough chutzpah. What a fun word. I think even with specs, right? Just barely short with specs. That's annoying. Got a second screen, and after 3 minutes, we put on the screen doing came out and for some reason tied them up with zip ties. Hell yeah! I do love having the multiple monitors set up. There was a period of time where I was just a solo monitor dude when I wasn't streaming. And I did sort of like that too. Like, there's things that feel a little crowded on one monitor. But it is sometimes nice to just be like, okay, I'm focusing on just this one. I think I've actually given myself neck pain to when I was playing TFT too much, because I'd like snap my neck to look at my second monitor for stuff way too quickly. But yeah, it's useful for tons of stuff. I feel like for streaming it feels all but required. Wow, really? That's absurd to me that Latios can just rip that. Yeah. It's a very useful tool. Yeah. I'm surprised you've gone this long without it. Well, did I? Nah, maybe. I think when I was on my like laptop as a kid, I was mainly just on the one screen. Let's go. Kamado doxed. Oh, hell. Ooh, I really love the Kyogre and Groudon monitors. That's sick as hell. That's a cool plan. Nice setup. Nice monitors, too. The whole gamer setup. Time for Pokédoku. Hey, Peter. Hey, Peter, vamos. I'm Peter here. Steel Mythical? Jirachi? Let's be wrong on the first one. I love Jirachi, bro. Mythical Kalos. Is that Keldeo? Nah, there's too many horses. Mythical Psychic. Deoxys. We'll go attack. We've never done Deoxys attack. Steel dual type. We'll go Bronze. Zong. Kalos dual type. We will come back to that. Fairy Steel. I feel like I do know this. Kalos Fairy. Sylveon is always a safe choice. Psychic Fairy. That is Guardy B. Dual type Psychic. Is Articuno Galar part Psychic? They are. Okay. I heard you don't like Kalos. I don't. Well, let's not say I don't like Kalos. It's just I don't know anything about it. Dude, also, I posted this thing over on Instagram about... I posted the shorts everywhere about how, like, there's basically a Pokemon mod for everyone. And all the discussion of everyone's favorite mods has really made me want to play more stuff. Like, I'm so excited to try out, like, all these other games. Getting out of the run and bun variety thing. I think I just want to play, like, a fuck ton of different Pokemon mod games. Maybe start with ones with less challenge, so I can, like, maybe move a little quickly through them. But I would be excited. I think I just want, like, as long as the game has, like, documentation and a calc, like, it's easy to just plop in and do what I'm in for. I feel like I know Fairy Steel. Kalos dual type. That's Holu. I always go to Holucha for Kalos. Yeah. Okay. Mythical Kalos and Fairy Steel. Mythical Kalos. Is all the Zygardes? I don't know if that's my only guess though, right? Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. It was Australia Day yesterday or 2 days ago. Interesting. I'm guessing that is where you're from, probably a much more somber day. I mean, it should be a somber day everywhere, but Kalos Mythical. I have to go. Yeah, it's basically Australia Day is Australia's Independence Day. Independence Day. Zygarde. I'm gonna say it's probably this. It's not mythical. Okay. I'm in pain. Fairy Steel. I don't think I know this either. Yeah, I feel like every country has their variation of it. Dude, I've been Volcania. Hoopa. I just never remember about Hoopa. Tinkaton. Klefki. Actually, there's a lot of these. Okay, I'm going to rip another one. I feel like I've been failing recently. I need to get my money up and not my funny up. Let's see if the Playa has a good one. Unova Ice. Okay, Unova Hoennsina. Okay, I can win this one. And easy peasy. Unova Ice, Vanillux. We'll go with the little guy. Yeah. Unova Dragon. I guess this could be like the one of the Kirums. We'll go this Kirum. Unova Normal. Pidove. Cool. Hoenn Ice. We can go Snow Runt. Hoenn Dragon. Many choices for that. We can go Ray. We can go Shelgon. Damn, I've already ripped Shelgon. And Hoenn Normal. Zangoose. The Zangoose is loose. Okay. Sinnoh Ice. Snover. Sinnoh Dragon. We'll go Gabite. And then Sinnoh Normal, we will go Starly. Any other interesting... We could go Bidoof. I feel like Bidoof's going to be way more popular. We'll go Starly. Okay. Yeah, give me a gen I know, and we're good. Munchlax. Really is the least popular. Licky. Okay, yeah, but basically we can do these fights in any order. We can prep them in any order, so I'm going to kind of jump around with a whim. The only thing I really need to make sure I do is not, once I get to a tough part of a fight, give up and go to another fight. That is the thing I need to be diligent on. I wonder if... Yeah, oh no. You're going to have to hope to time it from when someone else doesn't redeem it. Because it goes on cooldown every 2 days. I might actually have to bump it higher than 2 days. Because it pretty much gets redeemed instantly. And we already have so many commands at it from that. Actually, by so many, I think I only mean 2. Excuse me. So we could lead with Latinos. So current leads I'm seeing here is Latinos. I think it could be like Specs or maybe Lorb. Electrode. I think the other one, well, I have to still add Noel's. Noel's redeemed it yesterday, and they added an exclamation point Moonman, which I want to make just say random Moonman quotes. The other one that Moonman added the other day is exclamation point Reddit. I'm considering changing the foot cam one. I think I can come up with something funnier than that. Okay, but if we rip this with Latios, let's get rid of the Choice Scarf. It'd still be faster. Rain goes up. So we Draco, and we'd be... Oh, okay. Able to get another Lantern? This could be guaranteed Ice Beam. One in Roxanne and one against May. Oh, like Rival 2. Yeah, that fight can be deceptively odd. The only good thing about that one is that she doesn't have any items on her Pokemon. For some godforsaken reason. The rival fights are really weird in Emerald Kaizo. Like, Bridge Rival only has 5 Pokemon. Lilycove Rival is kind of a joke. Yeah, Lilycove Rival is kind of a joke just because... It's in that long-ass split So you can just easily bump levels. And I don't think the team is hard any. Got extremely lucky too. Did you do any sort of like fancy mapping to test for Volt Absorb Lantern? Or you just ripped that? I forget who it was here. There's somebody who's also playing the game around the same time as me, and they would always like whiff Lantern. I don't think I ever didn't hit Volt Absorb Lantern, even though it got sketchy sometimes, but they would like every time whiff it. Yeah, just did it. Hell yeah. Yeah. So briefly, the general strategy for what you do is you should look at the encounter. Well, this is, I mean, if you just hit the lantern, that works too. You want to look at the encounter table and try to fish them in order with the highest odds of lantern, and you want to catch your Pokemon in the Maulville grass first, your electric type, so that you can attack it with an electric type move to see if it's Volt Absorb. Because people consider Volt Absorb Lantern so good that you would rather kill the non-Volt Absorb Lantern so you don't technically catch it, so you get another chance at it. That is the generally accepted good strategy. But I mean, people have beaten the... I mean, when I was playing New Game Plus, I beat Watson without Lantern. It's very possible. And every time I had a Lantern, it like died before Flannery, even if it made it past Watson. So I don't know shit about Lantern surviving. This could be Ice Beam. Prankster Whimsicott. I mean, preempting for the end of the game, I'm guessing like Choice Scarf, Skeptical Tile. This is another one where I think we're considering, might be another question mark IV change, right? Because we're considering if we bring Sept, this is going to be like a boost this to 31. Because Electrode can't get there. Huh. An interesting fight I've put myself in. Maybe there's somebody who could take it slow and steady, though. Like, I don't know how they manipulate switching or attacks. I have no idea when they use status moves and that stuff. Too lazy to learn they high to that level and manipulate the encounters. Yeah, no, that's fair. Like, that's the beautiful thing. You can still have a lot of fun without doing all that jazz. Watson's really a really interesting case study for it. I guess I'd say for 3 reasons. 2 reasons? I'll say for 2 reasons. No, I'll go 3. Because 1, Volt Absorb, like you can have Lantern having infinite health because of like how many of those mons you can put on the moves. The second I'd say is that it's really a good idea to bring Gyarados to that fight, which obviously you'd be like, whoa, that's really weird. And often pre-paralyzed or pre-slept Gyarados, just for the fact that you can swap in on if you think it's going to be Thunder Wave to them, not take any damage, and then Gyarados is almost always dead to like quad weak electric moves, so you can go into Lantern or go into like a ground type bond safely. That's really good. The third thing is that there is the Intimidate glitch. I may be explaining this wrong, but the basic premise is that when Intimidate happens, or is it when, it might be when the enemy has Intimidate happen that they forget the ability. Like, they can still use electric type moves into Lantern until they activate Volt Absorb, until they like know it has it. But I'm pretty sure Intimidate writes over that. So sometimes, I don't know if you've made it to Watson's, if you've had Lantern against Watson's Manectric, is that sometimes it'll know you have Volt Absorb and Manectric will come in, they'll intimidate your Lantern, and then it will use an electric type move again because it resets it. But yeah, Watson has a lot of interesting game knowledge. Roxanne and Brawly are much more luck balling. Watson, you can game a little bit. I have a full screen spreadsheet. The other is a CALC, quarter Spotify, and the quarter of the game. Yeah. I guess too, like having 2 monitors for playing Pokemon mods is really good. I think it's really helpful to be able to see everything at once, or especially when you're in battle, to be able to see CALC and what's going on is pretty hype. Unstable. My word. Okay. So what was my other opener was Life Orb Electrode. It's going to be a question of if they're useful later on in this fight. Because maybe Life Orb lets us like Volt Switch out. Oh, yeah. That also. Yeah. If you've got that, you can just do that. That'll do it for you. So, outspeed Oko. Shows outspeed Oko. We could be multi-scale. Okay, I mean, we could Volt Switch out on multi-scale. That'd be kind of nice. It just is annoying that we're Dragon Claw Hurricane split bait. That does not behoove us. Because that's going to do a fuck ton of damage. On the gauntlet? What you talking about, Overtail? I feel like it's been a minute since I've gotten a Overtail what you're doing in your game or what game you're playing update. Okay. Magikarp cheese. Oh! Good question. Do I have a video referencing that? Let's see. Let's see if I can find a video that would show you instead of just explaining it. Running it back on Showdown. Oh, the Random Bats Gauntlet. Yeah. I'm excited to do that too. I really do think when Champions comes out, I want to try a little bit of getting into competitive Pokemon. Dipping my toe in, as it were. Yeah, I don't know if I have a video of us specifically talking about it. Yeah, so basically the premise is Kamado is that if you have Gyarados pre-damaged and go into that fight clicking Flail, you can Oko... I think you can kill 4 in a row in the first fight and maybe 3 or 4 in a row on the second fight. And it depends on your attack and speed IV, so you'd have to check it in the calc. But basically you can click Flail and basically make that fight a joke. She calc on my Lati. She calc on my os till I Lati. Wait. She Lati on my os till my soul do. Thank you. No notes. Okay, I think maybe the Draco lead is probably good. Because we don't have to worry about the Shell Smash. Yeah. Yeah, that's also too. Yeah, we're talking about Emerald Kaizo. If you have... I've never had the Goat Tailo in early game. I imagine the Goat Tailo in early game lets you sweep a lot of fights. Yeah. But Noelle, think about when you play New Game Plus. You're going to be busted. Ice Beam is... Wait, can we kill this with Volt Switch? Can Specs Volt Switch get us there? God, Voltorb, do something. Voltorb just so short on all of these. I guess we are in the rain, so this will be a guaranteed eject. I mean, this will be a guaranteed hurricane. Can this thing actually just rip? This thing can also just rip enormous hurricanes. Is that... that's split. Jesus. This guy does ludicrous damage. Wait, would this be... This would be Stone Edge. It would be Stone Edge Liquidation, split one. Bow, bow. I mean, this would be... I mean, getting us right into the Swampert, I assume we can eject on split. Ah, Stone Edge Liquidation is the one we can't eject on split. Yeah. Current attempt 11. You're just going to say... Yeah, if you're going to play New Game Plus, you should just be like, I'm getting the Tailo. Like, I'm so pro... like, especially your first, like, 6 encounters, like, if you want to pick them, I'm so pro picking them. And so pro, at the very least, GMOing your starter. Because the fun part is playing the game. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Emerald Kaizo early game is so much more. You can even get all the right encounters and still just lose to Roxanne and Brawly. Like, you could have the goat box and you just lose. Hey, Britt. Whereas Run and Bun, like, if you get the right Pokemon, you're gonna win most of the time. You can cook up a plan that gets you there. You're in so much more control with Run and Bun. Yeah. Yeah, Roxanne is hard just because even if you know what to do, you can still just get fucked. There's no Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories in here. Prankster Grass Whistle is a thing we have to be wary of, right? Yeah. I got cooked by Dad. Yeah. Yeah, Run and Bun still, I think the problem with every Pokemon challenge game, early game, is there's always going to be a hint of, like, you miss the encounters you need. Like, if your formula doesn't come together, you just lose. Yeah. It really is one of those games where sometimes you just get screwed. I guess there's probably Mons who can rip thunder, too. People making it in the new age Emerald Kaizo. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, any fight that it's fast enough, you can rip it. I mean, why the hell not? There's definitely some weird... Can Weller, no Weller, and even boosted levels would not be fast enough. Zero speed Brave. Nah, if that doesn't get there with that, it would have to be like specs, and we don't want that. Let's get something else. Yeah. Okay, so this fight, I mean, we at least have a lot of openers here. Any other fun hurricanes? Oh my god, can the goat do it? Jesus Christ. I keep on having so much hope that one day this Pidgeot will do something, and it never comes true, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I still can't believe how weird your box was. I believe it's just hitting select on the screen if you have... I don't know if that's built into the base mod. Hey, Makeable Serp, how we doing, big dog? We have... Quincy is prepped, but we would have to spend a scale, and then we're just kind of jumping around seeing what fights we want to prep. I don't know why I chose to jump up to the rain fight. We're just hoping to do one a day. If that. Yeah. We should have wiped on Galacia. Oh. With your fuck-ass Elite Four. If I just go, like, Naked Enamorous. Oh, we're not able to pick it up. Can, like, Life Orb Enamorous get there? Sharpbeak? How much do we have to invest? It would be a Life Orb. Okay, what would this Enamorous bait in? Let's read out damage. I mean, we could pre-damage, but it has Surf Ice Beam. Hey, it's better to be lucky than good. Yeah. They are all crazy. It's basically like a 15-fight boss rush. You do have all of the tools to your disposal, and there's way to find lines for it. But it's just like, you gotta do... It's just so many fights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's a lot. It looks like a fun time. Still made best Brawly? Yeah? We will be out soon enough. Yeah, this is just the hard work. This is the... It's really funny, like, making the Emerald Kaizo video. There's fights in that game, which is why there's Emerald Kaizo. There's fights in that game that just, like, straight up don't matter. You look at the calc for, like, 3 seconds and then you're good. This game, like, every fight that even would be shown off screen is, like, one that is a challenge that's going to take you at least an hour. Sweet Tooth says it stuck for Watson in a few days now. Damn. Can we T-punch this guy? Oh, they have a Christopher Walken berry. We don't do that much damage. Why did I choose to do this fight today? Worst encounters for every route. You just have that me luck where you're always getting just weird fuck ass encounters. Yeah. Oh yeah. Goldeen and Love Disc pop off in early game Emerald Kaizo because you don't care if they die. And I mean, Love Disc having Charm is really, really good for Brawly, particularly. Oh, I have to add to the playlist that new song that Overtail suggested yesterday. The more Sonic music reminded me. Barbara Roach. Oh, yeah. Incredibly good encounter. That's the problem with Swampert in that game, is that, like, you can just get Barbroach and not waste your encounter slot. And Sceptile's really good and Blaziken's really good. And you get a ton of really good water types. It's not that Swampert is bad, it's just that the archetype that Swampert fills is covered up by so many other Pokemon you can get. Ooh. Check the hidden power on your Kadabra. I don't know if you were here for that maple syrup. That might have been before your time. We had a Kadabra that had hidden power psychic, so we didn't need to spend the candy on them. So they had free Psybeam. They had Psybeam basically baked in. It was so sick. I think they killed 5 on our Brawly. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. I really like Kadabra in that fight. It was so fun having early game Kadabra. That's part of me wants to play more Run and Bun because it's really like, or at least early Run and Bun because it's so fun. I didn't get to try out a lot of stuff, but I also don't want to do this part of Run and Bun. So we have a handful of options. I think maybe the Latias opener, because we don't have to expend any items and we get like guaranteed Ice Beam, seems pretty nice if we pre-damage. Like not having to worry about this guy setting up seems pretty sick. I was astonished getting Abra. Alright, see you, Kamado. No problem. Ooh. It was after I got Surskit. I mean, you get anything after that starting pack and you seem pretty happy. Or, I mean, at least Growlithe and Goss. Let's go, Kirito. You back having, like, all your stream stuff set up? You back in the realm? The king is back. The real is back? Gonna bomb there yesterday? Oh, my God. That's one way to drive business, I guess. Here, Kirito, we're just basically jumping around all these fights. Yeah. Someday we will be free. Yeah, so if we lead with Latinos, bait Ice Beam here. I just start just ripping shit, right? Anyone showing slow kill here? It's kind of sad I didn't get to see the bomb. Yeah, so I think we're like okay with Ice Beam. We just don't have someone who like would love coming in on it and do work back. E4 is not planned yet. We're trying to work our way through the Victory Road fights and then do that. I mean, honestly, I should do it backwards. But every time I start looking at Elite Four, I get overwhelmed. If I'm keeping it a buck 150, it's just there's so much on the plate to plan that I get a little overwhelmed and dip out. But I do also want to see if there's any fights that these are made easier by spending scales. Like if we have an idea that we want to spend a scale, like we have this fight, we have Quincy cooked. If we want to spend a scale on Protect on Absol, which is like, I think that's a 90% likely spend because we only have Honchkrow and Absol as our dark types, and we probably want to bring a dark type. I mean, it's likely. I think I still have my box set up this way, but I don't think I have my controller plugged in. Give me a second. You want to see a bomb? Yeah. Now, nothing really of note has been happening over here either. We just been in the run and bun grinding hell. Yeah. I think I basically have it set up this way, where it's like, Fu's coming, one of these goofy, either LeBron or Luca is coming. We need a dragon. I mean, this guy is insane. We did spend a lot of money. He did not naturally come this way, besides the nature. I think attack and speed were both scales. This has already been scale spent. Same with Latinos. We only spent to change their nature. It's kind of like the opposite of that. We had IVs in all the good spots. Yeah. Yeah. And then most likely dark type here. Again, our Absol came really good. Besides, this would probably be a speed scale. I think this is probably like speed scale, protect scale. I forget if there's something else we need to spend on him. I know Absol is known to be like a contender for that. Then it's one of these are going to come. We again got really on the encounters that matter. We generally hit pretty good either natures or IVs. Like this thing is an absolute beast. And then we'd have to change the nature, which maybe is the biggest downside of Enamorous, is that this nature is not super great. We maybe even have to spend on speed. And then filling in these final slots are all these. I'm definitely leaning a little bit towards Skeptical Tile. Again, they came naturally like this, but this would probably be another speed scale for that. Yeah. It's kind of what fills in the gaps, because I don't know, like, is there anything else considered in here that we'd maybe bring? Yeah, I don't think there's any, like, really common additional bring that we have in our box. Or anyone that I'm excited to fill in the gaps. But yeah, it's probably one of these four, I would imagine. We do actually have an encounter. We still have our Victory Road encounter. We want to scale that for speed, yeah. Yeah, like if this guy's coming, then that's like getting the speed scale. And we have... Yeah. I believe we have 9 scales. We have 4 candies and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10 scales. So if we're going through this, this is going to be like probably a scale here, 2 scales here. Honestly, dude, we have... we do. I believe we do need to. Yeah. But I think we have a lot to spend. Because in my mind, too, we have 10 scales left, and we've already spent a decent amount of, like, our Elite Four. Like, the ones in your mind you would allocate for this, because we spent our Change Nature here. Yeah, we, again, got lucky with Labubu. The 31s came in the right spot. Like, this is already 3 Elite Four scales. No matter which one of these brings, it's already, like, 3 invested. So we're like 6 ahead than what we would have spent on the Elite Four. I think we are very fortunate to have a lot of scales still left to spend. And Amherst is literally me. Yeah. It's very funny that we ended up with Luka and LeBron as the rotating types here. Bring both Luka and LeBron. I want to say something about Togedemaru, but I don't want to put... don't want to jinx anything. Yeah, because I think those are the only ones that are like high probability brings. We obviously, the thing that stands out amongst that, if we bring those combination of 6, we are not going to have a unique. But I'd rather win. I want to win. I would be so incredibly happy to be one of the first 100 people to beat the game. This is Crystal Kaizo Elite 4. I guess I was technically first 100 for this, but I guess there's so many... Nobody wants to fucking play this game. It's less so that I still every day I wake up and remember that Flash has beaten Crystal Kaizo 4 times, and I say, God damn, what the absolute hell. Flash is absurd. I can't believe that shit, bro. Gligar lists as well. 2 Gligar lists. What a fucking nut. Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy enough to be first 100 to beat the game. I'm happy enough to be like first 100 to beat the game. In 6 attempts also feels really nice. I know that's not anywhere near the lowest. Of course, Smant beat it in 1. There's multiple people have beaten it in 1 or 3. Like, that is not giga unique, but honestly, I'm pretty happy to get it in single digits potentially. Yeah. Yeah. It's so hard to bring a unique that actually does something. Oh, wait, no! Someone already did Honchkrow, even if we wanted to do Honchkrow. Damn, I didn't realize. I guess this has just been added. Someone did Honchkrow. So we couldn't even bring Moonman for a unique if we wanted. Damn. Sad reacts only. It's like, yeah, it is truly absurd that we have this many Elite Fours, that this team does not have a unique on it. You tell me Roserade, this fucking bug guy, Escavalier, Lopunny has no uniques is crazy. I still gotta add it in, Noel. It takes me like a 2-day turnaround because I'm lazy. Yeah. Bring Scraggy. Someone maybe has, I don't even know if that book one's available, but I feel like I saw a Scraggy before. Everybody's brought everything all at once. Yeah. Kingler's our best bet. Yeah. You redeemed Bandle, didn't you? Yeah, let's rip a little Bandle real quick. Yeah. Double, singles. We were looking at Glacia a little bit, and I was a little concerned. I was a little concerned looking at Glacia, but there's probably something in there. I mean, we also have all of these crazy items they use. There's got to be something. Bias. Kingler bias. Okay, 2005. 300 million views. Oh, very hard. This run began, I want to say, like 7 months ago. We started running the game a little over a year ago, and then this run began about 7 months ago. Like, our first run went for 6 months, got to the first fight of Gym 7, wiped. We had 2 runs die in early game. No, I think we had 3 runs die in early game, 1 run that made it past Watson and wiped right after CRR, and then we had this run. I have no clue. Seems like Sublime, like, is my vibe. Obviously not 2005, not Sublime, but it sounds like, I mean, maybe it's the bongos giving me, like, white people reggae. Not quite yet. I only GMO'd my starter. Sounds like a... Now it sounds more like that George Michael song. Freedom! It's very like jam, rocky, Creed, Nickelback. Oh. Well, money and a big rock star. Kid Rock. Oh, wait. No, is that... I'm thinking... No, it is Nickelback. I got there eventually. We all just want to be big rock stars. Living in from... Yeah, but we only GMO'd our starter. And everything else, we just, like, took what we got. What was our dude pack? Temple, Pidge. It's the worst. I can't believe we've had Pidgey since the jump and they haven't done shit. Sizzlepede, bruh, died. Our Timber was crazy. We lost Timber when we thought we were going to lose to either Tabitha or Maxie 1. We just had no lead for that. I forget where we lost Leddyba. I think we lost Fanpede just to a misplay. Yamper was to... Shell. Yeah, we had a really tumultuous early game. Chikorita has probably been the goat of all time. Yeah. Yeah, so not like a crazy early game encounter stuff. Honestly, it's really just been the key encounters that have really... Chikorita was so good. Chikorita basically made it so we had Torterra and Infernape on the same run. I'm so sad we had the Sack Chikorita on Pyre Tag. They are probably the underrated legend on this run. Yeah. I forgot about this Mienshao. It was so bad. Yeah. Delmise was also surprisingly really good. Yeah, we had such a weird order of encounters. Like, you see the Barraskewda in our box right now, and you're like, oh, we've probably had that since Fishing Sim. It's like, no, we like double whiffed. We hit Delmise, Basculegion. Yeah, we hit, and then we hit Breloom on this table, which has so much cool stuff. And same thing with like Corviknight. You're probably like, oh, we've had Corviknight for forever. It's like, no. God, yeah, what a very odd path we took. But yeah, we're here. And we've got a lot of resources. We just need to bring that football over the end zone line. That's what the people say. Got a big touchdown. Gotta do the do. Cool. What was Did I just close my calc? Ah, nah, this is where I had my calc. So yeah, we just gotta pull that back open. Cool. Let me reset this shit. Yeah, where were we? We were figuring out this rain fight. So we're gonna say Lottie lead, eject into goalie Pog. True. R.I.P. Moon Man, I miss him. Yeah, we eject on the Ice Beam. Again, we can't kill this with Volt Switch. Anyone we like prefer instead here? I mean, Skept would bait. Yeah. Mooman would have won it that way. This could be Hurricane Whimsicott. Ooh, that actually... Wait, what if we go... Yeah, we go... Are they faster? Why did I think they were faster? Oh, no, Skeptical Tile. Because we do want to use Skeptical Tile later. But I guess the problem is going to be getting them back in, right? This might be another one where I think we were talking about we might need to spend the scale for Sept to do this fight. I do have to keep in mind too, there's like sacks we can spend. I think what the broad idea is, we go through all these fights like a broad sweep, and if there's any fight that's really jamming us that we, without a sack, we're going to come back to it and plan someone to sacrifice on that fight. But I mean, I know we have a pretty good idea of like what stays safe. Like we're not going to be like, okay, it's time to sack Gallisopod. Here it's like, no, bro. That's not only a potential Elite Four bring, but also one of the best mons in our box. Oh no, but if we spend the Scarf to be faster than this, then we're going to be slower than everything. What does Skep bait in? Be slow dead to Hurricane from D-Knight? Don't really have it like an ice baddie. We do kind of want... Wasn't there a situation where you would bait in D-Knight? Because we probably want that so we can like Volt Switch to break the multi-scale. That'd be kind of sick for us. Because this would be Outspeed Oko. You'd also show Outspeed Oko. Are you slow dead? We could pre-damage to be slow dead. You'd also take the Bug Bite. Is an exciting prospect. Bullet Punch does a fuck ton to him. That's crazy. The Bullet Punch kills. I guess Fairy Flying, that'll do it. You would kill with this. Dead to Split. I don't know if we'd love Split Hurricane Declaw, though. That's something we can contend with. Imprim can take those moves objectively. Okay, I think this one isn't as straightforward as I would like it to be. Maybe jump around a little bit. Get up, and get down. Who's up here? Carolina? Indeedy? Oh, I had the wrong fight up. Whatever. Oh god, Zoroark. That seems like prime scenario to pre-prep the fight. Get owned by the Zoroark because you forget about it. Go GG next. Stamina up defense. We just hit it with Waterfall then. Do we need Mystic Water? We do. Who do you bait in? Outspeed Oko. You have Sturdy now. Fast dead to Grass Knot. He's fast dead to Grass Knot. Gonna hit, you said, I hope not. Okay, Mystic Water pre-damaged. Foo. Waterfall. Mystic Water. Got the whole directions here to lead this, and then 294. Okay, HP 294. This would always be Grass Knot. Who are we killing? Normal Ghost. Bump, bump. Grass Knot. Damn. You murk that guy. You also murk that guy. Oh, to Sash, you definitely need to go somewhere like here. Do we need the Lorb? We can test out Life Orb here. So we'll go Polt, Lorb. I on the right fight? I'm not on the right fight. Oh, I never fixed this one. That's why. I tried to set up all these documents so that the fights were there, but I assumed I was going to miss something. Blastoids with white herb. Oh, Shell Smash Blastoids, that's why. That is, I guess, the thing we're kind of scared around this fight. Libro takes one trip to Hisui. This. Okay, what are we baiting in? I wish we still had Flamethrower, but we do not. Outspeed, out damage. Outspeed Oko. Definitely outspeed Oko. Could maybe be dead to Gyro Ball. Yeah. Yeah, I could see it. Fu is like, you look at all these fights, I guess it does help that every one of these fights, most of these fights are led by like Choice Scarf, Focus Sash motherfuckers that you're just like, oh, Fu is the lead here. Fu is like 99.9% of the lead. Maybe I don't like Polt here just for the fact that, well, no, I don't know who else we use than Polt because we need to break the Sash. I don't know, we could go. Nah. Darts, we take the Grass Knot. Yeah. It makes so much sense. We could always be dead to Gyro Ball. It's like Gyro Ball or it's like Hurricane Psychic. Which I don't think we love as a split. Which you'd probably want to do this instead. But if we're dead to this, there's still a chance it sets up, right? It can spikes over slow kill. Where's the new calc? Gerbil 180. Yeah, you can still spike some rocks over slow kill. So maybe that's not the path we want to take. Is there anyone else who leads this fight? I mean, it's not scarfed or anything. I mean, it's not a special or any sort of way. We just need to hit it hard. And it's slow, too. Fuck, Broxus can do it. Broxybo Buxy can do it. Probably even just with Mystic Water, too. Why waste Fu doing something that a stupid fish can do? Slow to the power whips. You gotta be fast at the something. Fast at the hyper voice. I need to take this rain down. That's probably why everyone's showing that they can do it. Duh. Another flaw of switching around fights. If that's the case, I bet you Sept might be our goat here for leading. Okay, Specs probably can do it. We can also have Overgrow do this. What are we going to be dead to? Flamethrower from Hisuian Zoroark does seem kind of fun. I assume Scarf. I think the problem is like anything that goes immediately into Hisuian Zoroark, right, is going to be our best option is to kill this with Polt, and then we go there. I doubt there's someone... Oh, it's 37. That's why. I was going to say, I doubt there's someone who outspeed Oko's Mudsdale and doesn't really evade Ferrothorn. We need something in this, like... in this mid-range, right? Because going right into Hisuian Zoroark is not the move. Okay. I mean, if you were able to pick it up, we're not be able to do it. Okay, who can get there? Boo. Boo. We're looking for Mons who do absurd amounts of damage. There's Draco. Not quite. I mean, Choice Band Labubu still gets there. Damn, Water Spout almost does it. Absurd. Ooh, woo, what up, Tamori? Are we still faster with Iron Ball? We are still faster with Iron Ball. Is like Iron Ball Overgrow? It might be like fucking Iron Ball Overgrow. Yeah. Ooh, I think that's literally exactly what we want. Yeah. And we can always beat at the fast ice beam. Cool. Yeah. I'm sorry, do against bravery? Yeah, I think really is getting Ferrothorn in a way that doesn't Good question is that I don't even think if we were to bump their stats, okay? I gotta think about bang on effects with stuff with changing IVs and stuff, because maybe it's like we don't want them to be faster for this, but it looks like they're still fine. What's 33% here? So if that picked up the KO, we go into this guy clicking Ice Beam. But then I guess our prime guide to kill Blastoids is this Sceptile. Yeah. Then it gets annoying. This team has a lot of just like bulky guys that we just cannot break through. Oh my god, actually they sort of get owned by the bravery. They do not have enough bravery. This one also seems maybe a little bit tough for our box. Any easy, cool, fun fights? Show me the easiest fight in there. Spectre? Spectre, no Harvey? Wait, did I not save any of these? I think I just rechanged the name of some of these. I want to be right. You want to get it. I am right. Ignore what the numbers say. Yeah. Why did they make the game hard? Oh, this is fucking stupid analytic bullshit to deal with. Fucking Harvey Spectre out here. JP Morgan looking ass. What is this? 15, 14. Oh, it's 11. Bruh. I'm doing this thing I said I shouldn't do. Jump around to fights when I run into problems. Labubu expert belt. Outspeeds Okos. What do you bait in? Dead to Draco? But sometimes dual wing beat. That's annoying as hell. Is there anyone who can... I doubt there's anyone else who can rip this guy. Ape? Why are you showing... Lorb Ape, maybe? Yeah, Lorb Ape can do it. Fake out CC. Shows fast kill here. Well, they would show slow dead. There's gotta be someone faster in the back though, yeah. Hydro pump psychic. This would be getting analytic boost. I don't know if it's getting analytic boost on the bait, but on the swap, of course, we'll get analytic boost. Hydro pump psychic is a weird two-piece McNugget. They're not faster. That's a hella annoying two-piece. Yeah, does anyone else have the chutzpah to just kill this guy? I doubt it. Obviously, we're wary of boom and all that. I mean, yeah, it probably has to be fewer. I mean, like, what about... No, we need a boosting thing to get there, right? Yeah, we can't just go, like, scarf. I think it does, but I don't know what it is. Wait, can the goat Harry Mama get there? Is this where we sack Hariyama? Ooh, actually, always dead to dual wing beat. They do what Nintendo don't. Can I do this with an expert belt? I can do it with an expert belt. Oh, no, but CC drops our defenses, so we're not always dead to that. I mean, that could just literally just be a sack, right? Yeah. Damn. Choice band. Brick break. No. Yeah, that's a no. I mean, if they want to die. I mean, how many fights? This is fight 11. This could just be Hariyama. So let's entertain the thought of Hariyama getting murdered. Luke of Cario? I don't think Luke Cario has enough gas in the tank to one-tap this guy. Yeah, he doesn't do jack. Okay. Which, well, we'd sack here. Go into something like Polt. We click darts. I mean, Polt pre-damage could pick up 2 here, if I'm not mistaken. Because that guy wouldn't know. Well, I guess we'd have to pre-damage, right? This would be like kill with darts. It's a shame we can't. No, I guess because we have to band. This would be like life orb, right? Nah, okay, we can't do that. Yeah, we outrage this guy. Yeah. Damn, Latino. Oh, Latinos is just barely slower. That sucks. B is faster but doesn't have enough gas. What's Lax's last move? Counter. Oh, I need to scroll down here. Yeah. Can you do like... Yeah. I don't know what odds of we'd be getting there. Though, right? Where's B? I mean... Is this ever... Is it Yeah, we have to know about counter AI, because I mean, if this could be U-turn, and it's always clicking earthquake, like if we pre-damage to be dead to earthquake. Actually, let's check this. Say we are always dead to earthquake. Oh, we are already set to always be dead to earthquake. Okay, maybe that does. If that is always earthquake. Yeah. Which, I mean, that would make sense with the UI. Then we go into someone who baits earthquake. That's still a whole hell of a lot of damage to do. And can crit U-turn get them into Custap range? Oh, crit U-turn absolutely can get them into Custap range with Gluttony. Which kind of puts a damper on that. Legion. Yeah. I mean, we could go into Luna. But I don't think Luna has enough gas to pick it up. Actually, is Luna slower? Luna's not slower, but... Maybe Luna with Life Orb because Unnerve stops it from eating? Is that... Could that actually work? No, Leputty has... No, because Leputty sucks. Leputty... It's like high jump kick. But this actually could maybe work. They do a fuck ton of damage to themselves. Maybe go choice band. But I mean, still, they're going to do a fuck ton of damage to themselves. I mean, the U-turn takes out a decent chunk. Yeah, because this could be U-turn. Go into this guy. It's always going to be Earthquake. Earthquake doesn't do an insane amount here. We pick this up. We are... If we can set it to always be dead to Draco, that's an incredibly good swap. Because then we just go like Rabombi. Rabombi, you just need a little bit more gas in the tank. You're not Rabombi. You'll never be Rabombi. You would have to do those numbers on how much damage we want here. I'm assuming Pixie Plate is not enough. Expert Belt, not enough. This could be Life Orb. Yeah, Life Orb Respects would be enough. Coming on the immune move, we pick up the KO. Rim bim bim. What up, Munch? And then they would show Slow Dead because of Focus Sash. Rock Tomb is an interesting rip. Meteor Beam. This is like 1,000% guaranteed Meteor Beam. Because of the boost and the Oko. I forget about a fucking... Well, I guess even with Analytic Bug, Meteor Beam gets the boost because of the White Herb. Damn. You were not at your practice? No, I was at practice. Gotta get those running in. Yeah, because it's going to have +9. So, like, if all of these moves see a kill, like, Meteor Beam is going to be the one that's clicked, which actually is probably pretty good for us. I remember you was conflicted. But who's happy about taking a... Meteor Beam with Analytic Boost is going to do a ludicrous amount of damage. Because especially if we switch, it's getting Analytic Boost. It's getting the +1 from Meteor Beam. Yeah. Like, this thing is gonna rip, bro. Bugs don't like rocks. No. Can I? No. That guy would have to be out of the picture first. I was going to say, oh, actually, the whole squad would have to be out of the picture. I was really hoping I could trick Starmie with Mega Beedrill. Yeah, I was just about to say that, Noel. Like, the problem with this fight is this Starmie. Like, I think you need to trick this. Or, like, you basically need to be in position to kill this before it comes in. Because I don't think, especially with Analytic. Damn! Okay, Overtail. I think especially with Analytic, it will be goddamn impossible to take this thing down safely. Or to swap in on this thing. I mean, obviously, could be a sack, too. That is not an unreasonable thing to do here. Damn. I love watching number go up. For some reason, I made a Instagram post about Pokemon mods being good, and like 40 million people have followed me off of that, which is pretty hype. Yeah, I think the Starmie... Well, just... Starmie is the problem in this fight. Probably a sack needed for them. Yeah, like if we do like this open... B, Luna, Rimbo. Yeah, if we do something like that where we just like, we're dead to something, we swap, we sack. Like this is feeling like a fight we're probably going to end up sacking somebody. Specs? Electro? No. Not the squats. Chat, can we take a minute to appreciate Save's Untitled dedication this? He wakes up bright and early and streams for us Americans most days of the week. That's not something most streamers can do. I, for one, don't think he gets enough credit. Let's be grateful for our streamer man today. Is that a pasta that already existed? Or did you just create a pasta? Oh, and I gotta do these. Yeah. I'm being grateful for you. Holt can't trick Rabombi. Nah, they don't do enough damage to trick Rabombi. Here we are as in olden days. Oh, golly. Five. Does Assault Vest? Assault Vest on who? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ouch. Oh, I dropped my controller. Just in general. Maybe. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18. Yeah. How many Pokemon do we have that we can, like, sack without it being a problem? I mean, going back to our box, right, we have... Yeah, we can sack a lot. Okay, who is... Yeah. We have, like, tiers of Pokemon, basically, right? Like, archetypes that are only filled by some. Like, I mean, Florges is... Florges, Beth, Shuppet, Pidgeot. Like, these are all mons that could, at any time, just kick the bucket. Sal Goodman. Noel just wants us to champion Kingler. No bias. Yeah. Yeah. Leave a lot of leeway. And it's... We've 8 fights left in Victory Road. And then 20 or so additional optionals. Yes. Yes, Mega Bennett, I believe, has been champed. Yeah, we bring Shuppet instead of Bennett. Yeah, we actually evolve it midway through the Elite Four. I would say that would be a cool original strat, but I'm pretty sure that's a common-ish, not common, but done before Emerald Kaizo Elite Four strat, where you bring Eevee and you stall out the ghost types using it as your normal type, and then you evolve it into... I forget who people generally evolve it into, with a stone inside the Elite Four, which is so cool. That's such a cool swag strat. But I mean, Eevee's so hard to get. Eevee's so hard to get because you need to not catch Flareon and Lava Ridge, and for me, that's impossible. Yeah. Vaporeon for Swift Swim. You know, so there's some fun facts. Never mind. Yeah. Kingler, like, could be useful. Mm-hmm. On to Gen 8. You to go. Yeah. It's actually, like, semi-plausible. Let's keep on. It feels like today is look at most of the fights and see what jumps out to us as really fucking annoying. Which is every fight. It's going to be a weird, like, slowly chipping away. It won't feel like we're making progress, and then we'll maybe get every fight done at once. Verbombi at the end of this? Meant to Mega Sableye. Yeah, I guess with specs. It would need specs to get that little bit of oomph up at the top. Well, because of the sash, it wouldn't be able to chain that. Hey! Hooray, thank you for the follow, me. Yeah. Anytime you think you can do something good, the game is actually like, you know what? Die. Mason, I'm surprised you haven't jumped out of your seat because of Mega Charizard. Why? When I see Mega Charizard, I'm like, why? This is fight 15, 14, 13, 12. Yeah. So I just did like the playthrough of the trap 7. Huh. I think that's a pretty good villager impression. I think I do. Huh. Wait. Oh, wait. What the fuck is going on in this fight? Okay, no. This is just Snowcloak Ninetales. I thought for a second this was like there's a bunch of different weather in this fight and it just gets all sorts of fucked. Bro. Keep an eye on that friend. I don't trust that friend. Mega Charizard. Also weird, right? This doesn't have a drop before it Mega Evolves, so it, like, doesn't know that it has the damage boost. I assume. We just want to hit this shit with rocks, if possible. Sliding on these rocks. Sliding on these rocks. Don't call me a rockhead. Wait, are we not? I clicked the wrong thing, certainly. Yeah, I was going to say, if we're not faster and pick up that KO, I don't know what's true. It is of the same as Emerald. So basically, it's a mod of Emerald with Pokemon from all the way up to Gen 8, which is why you'll see interesting guys like Enamorus and, I was going to say Latios, yeah. But still the same Hoenn. There's maybe like slight modifications. Like, I don't know if this grass is here and this is designed like this, but it is that quality of life changes as well. The main draw of it is the difficult fights, but a lot of really great quality of life changes where you can spend resources, spend heart scales that like change IVs and natures, add moves, stuff like that. But at its core, it's still Hoenn. Like, it still looks like Hoenn. It still, I don't want to say plays like Hoenn, but yeah, everything's in its proper spot. Yeah, it is painfully difficult. So, like, to give you the drop you in right now, so we have 8 badges. We are now at Victory Road, but because the Elite Four is so challenging, it's generally accepted that once you get to Victory Road, you should plan your Elite Four and then plan Victory Road sort of backwards so you can figure out what Pokemon you can sack that you don't want to bring to the end of the game. So, and I mean, all the way through the game is a lot of challenging fights, but and Victory Road isn't like any sort of pushover. It is 15 6 Pokemon fights, all with Mega Evolutions. It's incredibly painfully difficult. Also, to give you context, like, I've been doing this same run for 7 months. I've been playing the game for a year and have done 6 runs, and I'm on the same one for 7 months. I did the fucking 6-7. I swear to God, I didn't mean to do that one. But yeah. Anti-Elite Force of Emerald, yeah. Well, I mean, everyone's got to start somewhere. Everyone's got to do, like, when I was playing Emerald Kaizo, my first challenge game, like 2 years ago, they took me forever to beat that one. I mean, that one I got all the way to the Elite Four and wipe, so. The thing that my superpower is that I'm patient, probably to a fault. I play slower than other people. I will spend my time in the calc making sure everything's perfect enough. But yeah, it's not for everyone. It at this point, Run and Bun really is not. It isn't a Pokemon game anymore. It's more like a strategy game. I always like describing it as either like a Yu-Gi-Oh episode where the guy's explaining all of his moves, or that scene from that Sherlock Holmes movie where he's fighting the guy in the bare knuckle boxing. He's like, first distract him with this cloth and then duck under him, hit him with the light in the solar plexus, is what these fights end up looking like. First distract. I have a short that is basically saying that that's what this kind of thing is, but it really is what it is. You just plan every individual step. Oh yeah. And there's always, especially that it has all the way up to Gen 8, there's so much going on. There's so much you can miss. Like, multiple times, God bless chatters, I was about to go into a fight, and they're like, emergency exit on Golisopod is stopped by sheer force. For some reason, there's an interaction where it stops from sheer force from emergency exit from popping your Pokemon out. So I would have lost the Pokemon, maybe even the run, if someone didn't catch that. And there's always stuff like that going on. Or funky things like, in this fight, we're fighting a Mega Evolution, is that the AI doesn't know that it's going to Mega Evolve, so it does its damage calculations based on the base forms instead of the Mega Evolution forms, but we're going to obviously be attacking the base forms. It's even funkier in a situation like this, where Charizard Mega Evolves activate Drought, so it's like, the damage because the sun's up completely changes too. Yeah. I think it was Tomori. I want to say it was Sal. I feel like Tomori, if Tomori noticed that was happening, they would wait till I was like 3 turns into the fight and be like, you know what? Actually, that doesn't activate. You're fucked. See ya. Tomori is always my bane of bad news. Not that I have anything personally against Tomori, but always when Tomori shows up, something horrible goes wrong. Like when I lost my New Game Plus Emerald Kaizo run. It might have been you. Yeah. Too many streams you can't remember. Okay, but if we leave with Arcanine with Choice Scarf, it would pick up this KO. What are we showing? We'd be slow dead to Rhyperior. Yeah. Fast dead to CC from Logan is actually an incredibly good bait. This thing's going to be fast. Oh my god, this thing is really going to be insanely fast. Do we go Scarf Polt? Damn, Scarf Polt isn't even faster. Yeah, what do you do about this Lilligant? My god. Do we have anything that can outspeed this? Grass Fighting. It's not like we have a priority flying type move. Yeah, for the most part, Daily, I did move to Australia near the start of it, so I wasn't streaming as much. And we usually only do like 2-hour streams or so because I'm trying to like work on content and all that jazz alongside it. But yeah, like, can I pull up the VOD channel? Because I think the VOD channel was created after Untitled VODs. Nope, this is the Untitled VODs channel from when I've had Melee tournaments. That's the wrong VODs. Let's see. Let's give a gander. Let's do a gander like a goose. So I think I'm 1 day behind on this, but yeah. I did take a break around Christmas. And I was playing CALC SIM for a little bit. So not exactly straight. There were a little bit of gaps here, like when I moved. Oh yeah, you can see there's the old background in here with the Halloween decorations up. Yeah, like this run starts. Oh yeah, this is me moving to this apartment. This is still run 6. This is when we thought run had 6 attempts, 6, 7 deaths. Yeah, was I still in like the Airbnb when we started this run? I think I was. Yeah. Crazy. Boom, 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 boom. It sucked. Oh my god, yeah, the stream quality was so fucking bad. Dude, I was so concerned. I was so concerned that just across the board, Australia had banned internet. It's no, we just were living in an Airbnb in the Stone Ages that had like no insulation, terrible internet. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, taking a look. So we just quick maths. Oh, there I'm upside down. We'll say we'll start at this row, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. This is really making me question my mortality. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 31 times 4. Yeah, so generously, we'll round down because I did other stuff on different streams. We'll say 100 streams to get here. God, 3 badges. Oh, that's going to be so sad for the big video that all the early sections of the big video are just going to be dog shit quality. I guess we're glossing over those. Yeah, no, it's true. It is fun to do. It is cool to fully commit to something. It's just at this point this deep in the game because the fights are so hard and you're like, if you make any sort of mistake, you lose 7 months of progress. It becomes stressful and not as much fun. And two, like we are likely not going to do a fight in the game for, I don't think 2 weeks would be unreasonable. I mean, this week is almost already over. Too much, but it seems really cool. Yeah, it's fun. It's something to do. I find myself getting down rabbit holes. I'm excited to play other games after this because it's like the training weights are off after beating Run and Bun. Like, there's a reason only 87 people have beaten this game. The training weights are going to be off. Everything else after this is going to feel a breeze. Cope. You know, it'd be really funny if Dexa is like waiting till the 100 person beats the game and then they're gonna drop Run and Bun too. I I go back and forth about what I want to play. I think I want to play some other gen games because so far I've beaten... I don't know why I keep on changing streams. I've played Emerald Kaizo. That was my first game. I played that for like 6 months. Gen 3, Challenge Mod, Physical Special split, like pre that. Then I played Crystal Kaizo, Gen 2 Mod. Also took about 6 months. And then I jumped all the way to Run and Bun that includes all the way up to Gen 8. So I think I probably want to go for something like Gen 4, Gen 5 is seeming more kind of my speed. Like maybe Vintage White. Or I don't see a lot of people playing X and Y. Like mods for that, like in Test Rocks. I did find out yesterday that there is a Drano style mod for Sword and Shield, Divine Sword and Blessed Shield, which is incredibly interesting to me. Because again, like I would love to play something like this that I haven't seen other. Yeah, like inspiration mainly from Drano's work. Yeah. Yeah, but I think it'd be exciting to like do some stuff either that isn't heavily treaded ground or is just kind of interesting. Yeah, Lucid is definitely up there. It's like there's so many games to play. I would really love to like beat Run and Bun this year, and then kind of just like play a ton of games. I would really love to... I want someone, because that video, I keep on talking about the video on Instagram that came out the other day where we're talking about Pokemon mods about... I think the thesis of that is pretty good. I could maybe make it into a full video where it's like, you need to stop waiting for Game Freak to make the Pokemon game of your dreams because someone has already made that game. It already exists somewhere. And I would love to play a bunch of them just so I can be like, where someone's like, oh, I want to play a Gen 4 game with Gen 8 Pokemon... but a great story. I would love to be able to be like, okay, you want to play Super Special Diamond, Deluxe, Redux, and Knuckles version. Yeah. First Pokemon X and Y 3DS time. Yeah. Didn't have any idea about IVs or EVs. Yeah. I'm old, so I was playing Red and Blue. I think I was playing Red and... I can still never remember if I started with like Gen 2 and went back to Gen 1. I would assume I started with Gen 1. But I didn't know shit back then. I was just pressing the button. Yeah. And get it for... Yeah, I would love to be like top 100 on Lucid. Yeah. But I do think like first in my mind, I want to play a bunch of like easier and like quick games. Like hopefully a month at the most to beat them. Oh, is this the Lucid Hall of Fame? Damn, I didn't know Foresight was one of the top 4 to beat it. That's pretty sick. Oh yeah, this is totally doable. And you can choose the Elite 4 order. Sick. Nardi, fun fact. Where's Nardi? Where's Nardi B? At the end. Nobody plays Lucid. Wait, where is Nardi? Oh, Narth. No, I don't want to just click on Narth. Didn't use setup during the Elite 4 run. Took 6.5 days? 7 Pokemon used. That's cool. Yeah. But isn't... Narth is like insane, right? Narth is... Every time I raid Narth or like see what they're going on, they're like season 455, beating... doing 7,000 runs. Yeah, 9th season. Yeah, Narth is insane. I'm the anti-Narth. I take 4 years to beat a game. But yeah. But yeah, if I would look to be having a niche, I would love to just play a bunch of games and be like, hey, like, if you want this, try this. And obviously have a entire video committee. Someone also asked on Instagram, and I know Kamado was asking about this too, of like, how to actually play the games, because there's tons of people who want to play the mods, but they're like overwhelmed by getting emulators set up or by calc stuff. I think they could probably be, it wouldn't make sense to like do how to play the game and like calc basics, planning basics, another video. I would love to kind of just like, hey, here's my scientific method that I've ironed out playing these games of like what works for me for prepping fights and like using the calculator and tools like that, and just like a basic understanding, because I feel like opening this up and seeing this can be a little overwhelming. But you know, there's always 5,000 things I want to work on, and I also want to be Run and Bun, so it's like, we'll see. Run and Bun is just the like albatross on my shoulders that I need to get off. I think I'm mixing my metaphors, but this fight also seems, this Lilliganth, I don't know what you do about this Lilliganth. Because just having the sun up and it having sleep powder, I mean, maybe Ape? No. Is there anyone who just matches up really well against this that you could put a Chesto on? Because you have to be like not afraid of anything and not be able to get put to sleep. And it's not like grass fighting. Don't have her like a priority flying move. Don't have like extreme speed. Yeah, it's not going to do that. Yeah, let me click through everybody. Oh, maybe it could be like Torkoal. Actually, Torkoal does make a lot of sense. And oh, I guess there's CC too. Like if this is guaranteeing CC coming out, that could also be arranged, right? Yeah, okay. That's not as doomer as I first thought. It's probably like a 2-swap though. Like go to someone who we can use later, and then, I mean, this is probably if we can actually use Basket Legion later and just be dead to Solar Blade. Seems like a, yeah, level 5 Basket Legion. Yeah, it's not nearly as doomer as I thought it would be. Yeah, because I don't think there's like anyone who's gonna be faster. Any magical chains? Any chains? No memories? Give someone Solar Beam to sweep the fight. How's Pulse chaining potential? Oh, it's Chlorophyll, duh. Chlorophyll situations, we don't have the ability to do that. Yeah. Yeah, but I think Lilligith seems like the problem. Maybe this growth Venusaur. A dual wing beat D-Knight. Oh, but that's with Sharpbeak, right? They even really don't need the Scarf for this. This could just very easily be like dual wing beat. Come in on an Earthquake, click dual wing beat with Sharpbeak, pick up the KO. Yeah. It's probably a decent amount of like... Yeah. Well, maybe not Fire Blast, but... This could very easily be like Mence cleans this up at the end with the chain 2. Yeah, where we go like dual wing beat, Outrage. Like, as long as we're coming in on Earthquake, like... Yeah. I gotta remember to write these ideas. Mence cleans up back to with Sharpbeak. Like seeing these little ideas and setting them up. So I do think like this is Spectre is probably going to require sack for this Starmie. We didn't look at Michelle. This one's gonna be annoying. I think this one's probably doable without a sack. We didn't look at Scolipede. Mega Kangaskhan, if its legacy proceeds that we have a problem. Quincy we know we can do. All we need to do is spend a scale on Absol and we have a clean line for it. Yeah. This is good to get a first pass on all these so we kind of know what we're expecting. There's probably a world. Well, I still also want to start, like, keep on watching Elite Fours of other players. Like us watching Elite Fours, I guess watching Victory Roads could maybe be helpful too. Just trying to get the best idea possible of like what is coming for us, because I really have not personally watched a lot of Run and Bun content. Hey, JNF. How you doing, big dog? Were you asking earlier if you think Emerald Kaizo is a good game for someone who's in school to run? Take a break and watch Elite Four? Yeah, I think that might be good. Because I was thinking about a good way to formulate an answer to that. Because I would say Emerald Kaizo is probably... Yeah, Emerald Kaizo is a good game. Emerald Kaizo for like a beginner is probably... is a okay place to start. I would definitely wouldn't recommend something like Run and Bun to someone who's also in school or like tied up with something else, because it does like a lot of focus. Yeah, thanks for popping in. I appreciate the follow, homie. We'll be back same time tomorrow. Yeah. But yeah, I would say Renegade Platinum. Yeah, I definitely say Emerald Kaizo is a good game, especially if you have experience playing other challenge games. I think maybe any of the Drayano games, also really good. I always forget the Drayano hacks. Yeah, like Sacred Gold, Renegade Platinum, Volt White. Yeah, if you said you just beat Renegade Platinum, Fire Red Omega. If you like a lot of features, what am I thinking of? Radical Red. Radical Red has a lot, but yeah. Blaze Black 2, yeah, something like that. There's a lot of Gen 4, there's a lot of really good Gen 4, Gen 3 mods. Oh, I guess Gen 5, Gen 4, Gen 3 mods. You really can't go wrong. And Volt White. Oh, okay, yeah. I hear Ancestral X as something to play 3DS mods seem pretty good. Are there any... That's a thing I never thought about. Are there any like Sun and Moon challenge mods? I guess because Sun and Moon kind of exist outside of the standard format of stuff, it's a little bit more challenging to make that. No. I found this giant spreadsheet. It's actually so... Nope. Nope. 0 for 3. This giant spreadsheet that has all these games based on... Or like you can go based on like what game... I'm curious. There's gotta be. I mean, there's something for everybody. No, I don't want to add a comment. Oh my god. I want to filter it. We are looking for... Ultra Sun. Sun and Moon. There's a handful. Sweltering Sun, Supernova Sun, Nova Sun. I guess they do exist. Radical Red looks like hell. Yeah, that's from my personal experience playing Radical Red. It was not for me. There's a lot going on in that game, and the AI, from what I remember, is pretty random, which is not fun. Yeah, but honestly, the world is your oyster. Emerald Kaizo, I personally have a special place in my heart. That's where I started playing challenge mod games. But I guess if you want to clean it, you could also play Emerald Kaizo, which is basically all the filler fights taken out of Emerald Kaizo, so you can just kind of get to the meat of the challenging stuff. But it really kind of depends if you're looking for a challenge game. Emerald Kaizo is definitely going to give you a bit of a challenge, even though the game is quote unquote solved. Kind of like the filler. The filler's nice for an ego boost. The filler's nice when you just get your ass kicked by a boss and then you go in and be like, oh, I can just beat this. I can just click through moves and beat this guy. That rules. I started with him. Yeah. I went Emerald Kaizo, Crystal Kaizo, Run and Bun. And I probably should have played something else before Run and Bun, because this game has been a hootenanny. A real barn burner. Yeah. Flow Wet. What are we baiting him with, Phil? Surging Strikes. Run and Bun's too, because I think Run and Bun is a good game. It's just too hard. I have a lot of complaints with Run and Bun. I think there's definitely a really good game inside of Run and Bun, but I guess we'd be slow dead to Light of Ruin here. That wouldn't be guaranteed low kick. Are we slow dead to play rough as well? Do we? Oh, I guess it would always be flow at Light of Ruin. That's crazy. The Beedrill can just tank 140 base power move. What an absolute demon. That is so surprising that they can do that, but I guess it's Beedrill, bro. It's Brittany, bitch. Something here that that's surprising. I guess they need the scarf to be faster. I don't know with the recoil damage they pick that up. I guess this could be B. Who's B's going to be probably baiting in slow kills from everyone under the sun. Yeah. Yeah, Run and Bun is not for the faint of heart. And it's not for like the time. Like I am fortunate. Like I just moved to Australia. My partner's here for a job, so I have, and it's harder to get a job as an expat with like just a tourist visa. So I've got everything but time. So this is the perfect time to get into Run and Bun and do all this jazz. So I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. My tummy going crazy. Bye-bye. We yapping. It's been going good for them. Yeah. It's cool getting to, like, for the Australia Day thing we did the other day, like getting to meet all these people from basically all around the world, because it's one of those things where Australia has a lot of, like, tax credits for, like, especially creatives in the industry. I mean, Toronto was really big for that. Now, and that's why a lot of jobs are coming to creative jobs. Like, I think Netflix also has a lot of people in Australia too. But yeah, they seem to be liking it. It's still obviously a job at the end of the day. Yeah. Why can't we just give subsidies to people in America, and then I can stay in America, and we can still have a sick ass job? Huh. Yeah, maybe we look at a Elite Four and call it a day. I do like that we've been kind of going through and seeing what's up here with these fights. And I guess I could additionally look at these Route 123 ones. They're going to be a whole hell of a lot easier, though, because these are just going to be... There's not as many of them, right? Well, there's actually a decent amount of doubles. But we're all the way up at 99 for these. Honestly, some of them being doubles might make it a little bit easier. Who wants to stay in America? I just want to be in America because a little bit because all of the people I know and love are there, you know? You feel me? Seems like maybe the Meteor Falls ones are the more annoying too. We are up to Cool Trainer Quincy, which is the 4th fight in Victory Road. Yeah. Yeah, I have my little document somewhere. I believe we have like 8 or so required fights left. Where did I save this little document? Yeah, we have 8 or so fights left. America looks like the underworld right now. Yeah. It's so weird being over here in Australia and it's like almost 100 degrees and seeing all the pictures from my friends of like everything covered in snow. And I'm like, what is I'm so confused. My brain is what the fuck was going on. The other day I like woke up and I had that feeling of like, I don't know where I am. Like like my brain is still not fully turning on. And I woke up and I'm like, okay, I'm not in the city. I'm not in Philadelphia. I'm not at my parents' house. And then I was like, oh, I'm in Australia. So very funny in retrospect experience that, but I think from having my brain be confused by seeing all the snow and then being over here being like, what is actually going on? Yeah. Especially, yeah, and yeah. There's multiple kinds of ice terrorizing the members of the United States right now. Both the cold and the exceptionally emotionally cold ones. But yeah, gamers, I think that's where I'm going to chop it up for here. I think this is a good ending point. Got a little good progress done today. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We're going to be back same time, same place tomorrow. Again, this week is real just big prep, looking through all of these fights we have ahead of us. Maybe watching some Elite Fours. It'd probably be good to watch like at least one Elite Four maybe a day as a soft goal. Just to get a better idea. But it's a lot of, we're in the information collection / light prep phase. We're getting that first sheet down so we can start doing fights and building things up. Anyways, gamers, appreciate you tuning in. Thanks, Jay, for being here in the stream. Hopefully I answered your question. If you have any more questions about games or just want to come in and share how your runs are going, let us know. And yeah, thank you for Jorge who followed. Yeah, Jorge and anyone else who popped in and followed. I've been your good tough stream, yeah. Thanks, Obi. Anyways, I've been Saves Untitled. I hope you enjoyed. We're here every weekday. And yeah, same time, same place. It was a little early today, but sometimes you wake up and you're ready to go. Anyways, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Adios, gamers. Bye-bye.